Hi, and welcome back to Death Stranding. So, we're loaded up, we've got everything we need. We may as well just haul ass.
Weapons restrictions lifted.
Thank you. I've plotted a course. I did that in the break whilst I was having a drink. And we're just gonna see where this takes us. I can see the game being constructed in a couple of biomes. What's the red? That's weird. Is it that? So if we do this... Yeah, it's just my boots that are bad. But what's that red thing?
Heads up, Sam. Your cargo's been pinged. Move. Now, before someone has eyes on you. Get to your destination ASAP if you don't want to get caught.
Okay. Is that PvE? Of course it wouldn't be that easy. So I'm guessing the red line at the bottom indicates that they're in hot pursuit. Oh yeah. Time to just try and do this. Okay. How off course are we? Oh, not tremendously. We could just hop over this hill and get back on course. Keep an eye out. That's interesting. Not city. Emergency. What have we got popping up here? Now those were I'm meant to be avoiding. Okay. Whoa. Cars. I did not expect to see that.
Okay.
What are you? Strange. Yeah, we are heading the right way. What on earth is that? Which way, little buddy? Oh, destroyed samples. That's what it is. It's cargo that's been left out in the rain too long. I'm walking right through the middle of them. Come on. Come on. Well, we've got a ladder. Up in the head. Over there. There you are. That's it. Okay. God damn. Come on. Come on. Oh. Shake off. Oh, no. Ooh. It's not good. Where? What on earth? Okay. Right. Let's do this. Get a grip. Come on. Oh god, no, other way. Aha. Yes, of course the baby's stress level is increasing. No surprise. Run! Okay, that. How do we rock? Oh, yeah.
That's right.
Come on, little kid. Well, this certainly looks weird. Ooh. Right. Screw going back there.
Something wrong, Sam?
I don't know. Kid doesn't look so hot.
Nothing to worry about. Its functions are temporarily suspended, but they can be restored. I can perform the necessary maintenance at a distribution center. Hurry, though.
That's not what I was doing. That is what I was doing. Oh, that's why. Wrong buttons. Let's get... Yes, we know. Whoa! Okay, cargo, check. One really unhappy.
When the strain on your BB exceeds sustainable levels, it triggers the production of harmful compounds, and the body, in essence, begins to attack itself. It's called autotoxemia. If your BB's not performing to spec, drop by your private room and see if the incubator helps.
Okay, so we just got to go here. Okay, that's some of the weirdest gameplay I've experienced in a long time. Definitely makes me wonder. Ooh. Ooh. Oh, I can't use it.
Beginning scan. Scanning bridges ID. Verifying ID. Clear. All weapons will remain locked until departure.
Thank you.
Thank you. Decontaminating suit. Rest is advised.
Thank you. We're working on it. Make delivery. Deliver cargo. Yep. Okay.
Wait station folks told me all about you. Sam Bridges, with the second expedition, right? The guy expanding the chiral network on his lonesome, when he's not out making deliveries. So what'd you bring us? Let's see it. Thanks. Can't imagine how you managed to haul this stuff through BTville. Wait, Sam? As in Sam Porter, that legendary delivery guy? Well, I'll be. Bridge link. Okay, it's time. Do you mind connecting us to the network?
Sam, as always, thanks for bringing more folks into the UCA.
As more facilities join the UCA, Bridges HQ will become able to provide additional functionality to those factions, such as the ability to fabricate equipment, weapons via the delivery terminal. The range of available weapons and equipment may increase, and the new terminal functions and information will be added as things progress. New interview data. New features been added to your cuff, mail data, and recycle. Whoa. This area is now connected, enabling you to see and access other people's structures.
Looks like we're on the chiral network. And with those materials you brought for our chiral printer, we can produce supplies for you here as needed. Think of it as our way of returning the favor. Now head west and keep on doing what you do.
Good. The distro center is on the network.
Sam, do me a favor. Take your BB to a private room and connect it to the incubator.
Okay. But first... actually, we'll do that on the way out. Yep.
Dead man, you there? Little help?
Okay, Sam. Remove the pod and connect it to that incubator.
It's in.
Good. A temporary excess of stress. Easily addressed if we return it to its mother's womb.
Mother?
Located in the capital Knot City ICU. Brain dead, of course.
You mean still mother?
Correct. A still mother's womb facilitates a connection between the world of the dead and the BB. And you, in turn, connect yourself to a BB, granting you the ability to sense BTs. These pods were designed to simulate the conditions inside a still mother's womb. BBs need to believe they're in one at all times to function properly. However, we can only maintain this deception for so long, which is why we must periodically update the environmental data by synchronizing it with a still mother via the chiral network. There. The update is in progress. Right now, the pod is synchronizing with the Steel Mother in Capital Knot City and reconfiguring its settings based on the latest data. Returning your BB to the womb in this manner will temporarily reduce its stress levels. That being where it technically belongs, of course.
Kid looks happy.
I'll try adjusting the oxytocin dosage. Autotoxemia should set in much slower from now on. You should remember that BBs are just equipment. try not to get attached. Each one has been physically removed from its steel mother's womb, a process that renders them unpredictable and prone to failure. No BB on record has remained in service for over a year. It may need to be retired before this expedition is over.
And then? You saying there's no way to keep my BB alive?
You must understand, there is still a great deal we don't know about BBs. As we expand the chiral network and recover more past data, perhaps we'll find our answers. Oh, right. You asked me to look into why the BTs might be reacting to your blood. I spoke with Hartman. We should have your results soon. Anyway, get some rest. You and your BB are both exhausted. Good night, Sam.
London Bridge is falling down, falling down, falling down. London Bridge is falling down, my fair lady. Sam? Can you see me?
How are things over there?
Still not under guard, still not chained up, still can't leave. But if you can keep making connections, if you can get to me, we can go back east, back home. Thank you. I mean that. It's bad. There are fewer and fewer people in the cities these days. No one's having children anymore. But humans aren't made for living alone. They're supposed to come together, to help one another. And if we as a people can't do that, if we can't reconnect, then, well, it's like Bridget said, extinction.
Come on. Rebuilding America isn't gonna get rid of the BTs. As long as they're still around, there's no escaping it.
But at least we'll have hope. I'll be waiting, Sam. Waiting for you. Come and find me.
Hello, Sam. This is Hartman. Since you're awake, it might behoove you to freshen up. To that end, why not take a shower? It's good for the body and soul, and also my research as it happens.
Okay. As you ask so nicely. Is it wrong that I've...
This is Hartman. Deadman relayed your request to me, as I oversee BT research. I'll be taking a sample of your shower water in order to study the effects your bodily fluids might have on a BT.
You study other people with dooms?
Everyone in Bridges, myself and Mama. Results thus far are inconclusive. But you possess other singular qualities, being a repatriate as well. I must confess to a measure of optimism.
Processing fluids. Waste products. Chirelli. Dispensing.
There. Take the sample with you. Should the opportunity arise, try using it on a BT. I'm curious to see how they react. Who knows? It may even prove beneficial to you. There was an old research paper detailing the effects of bodily fluids from individuals like us on BTs. It is only by recovering these materials that we can unearth the knowledge of the past. Not just the Death Stranding, but also the mystery of your body's unique properties and even our doom's affliction. There may well be hope for humanity. Sam, I have no interest in rebuilding America. I want to recover the past. 5, 4, it's almost time. 2,
1. After you make your connections and nothing happens, then what? I said, then what?
Sam, sorry to bother you while you're taking a break, but I figured you'd want to hear this. Hell, maybe it'll help you rest easier. We received a number of messages addressed to you. I've not taken a look myself, but I gather they're mostly from your clients. You should see if they contain any useful information. Mail can be accessed via your cufflinks, as well as the terminal in your private room. There's something else I'd like to share with you. With the Chiral network, we now have the power to reclaim our past. Data once thought lost forever from every corner of America can be pieced back together from fragmented records. Our archives are still a work in progress, of course. But as we expand the network and integrate more way stations and cities, we'll be able to recover more and more information, such as the previous expedition's logs and reports. Everything they sent back was lost when Central Knot City was destroyed. Now, we've managed to restore some already, in fact. You can access them from a private room terminal or your cufflinks by selecting Archives. Might make for interesting reading.
Hopefully that should solve the problem. Some noise was getting through on the mic. Yeah, that looks like it solved it. Let's use the toilet. Exciting stuff. Made in the USA. Right, so that's that. Use the sink. Examine weapon rack, which we haven't got. Check on BB. Move camera. Zoom in. Any new equipment? Change color scheme. That makes you look like Zorro, and that makes you definitely look like a delivery boy. Neither good choices. Let's have a look around. Examine table. Activate terminal. So orders, none. Mail. Benjamin Hancock, sorry Sam, bad news. Thanks for delivering those rare metals, Sam. Everyone at the distro centre really appreciates you coming through for us. I'm afraid we've got some bad news for you though. That bike you saw outside, its battery is dead. You'll have to give it some juice if you want to use it. You only need it to do it once though. Auto charger should kick in after. Sorry if we got your hopes up, and I've got some more bad news for you too. You see, different facilities have to work together, sharing materials so everyone gets what they need. And to make sure everything that's produced gets put in a proper use, that's why guys like you are so important. Without porters, the whole system falls apart. Whole world even. Anyway, there's this guy, George Bagton, over at Way Station. He used to be a reliable porter, but lately it's like he's been pulling teeth to get him to make even the simplest delivery. Keeps bitching about being scared or not having enough oxy or whatever. Always some excuse. Even when he does agree to make a run, he is liable to lose half the load en route. So yeah, that's why we're a bit short on materials at the moment. I'm sure you'll help us soon put that to rights. We're counting on you, Sam. George Batten. More than Oxy. Sam the man, our saviour. Things are looking up here at the Way Station. Everything feels better somehow. We're all bright-eyed and bushy-tailed when we set ourselves up, but 3 years of isolation and the loneliness will change anyone's tune. Hell, when we first got here, we thought we were putting up signs for porters and whatnot. After a while, some guys got too scared and even set foot outside. When Central went up, I told myself it was America's done. Everyone was feeling it too. The mood was just bleak, and then you waltzed in. I know what you're thinking. At first, I thought it was just the oxytocin too, but that's not all. Not all of it. Anyhow. You gave us a glimmer of hope we needed by bringing us into the chiral network. We're back in the game now. Been thinking of putting up signs again. Even watchtowers too. Before long we'll be opening up new delivery routes. Mark my words. It's still scary out there though. All the oxy in the world won't help us deal with the mules, let alone the BTs. We shit ourselves every time we catch sight of one and end up dropping half of our equipment, honestly. Part of me is still a little worried that we won't be able to keep up. That's why we need you, Sam. You're not scared of anything, right? Go show us how it's done. Thank you. Data. Interviews. Ooh, that's what it is. So, Mules and Drone Syndrome. 2 years ago, Die Hardman, Bridges HQ. Bridges' primary objective is to rebuild America, and in order to rebuild, one of our main tasks is to reconnect with cities and other settlements by re-establishing delivery networks. Back before the Death Stranding, the comms and delivery routes were what held society together. The whole thing was automated, AI managed. Deliveries carried out by drone. The belief was that taking people out of the equation would revolutionize the entire system, but things didn't quite pan out that way. Indeed, we started seeing cases of what would eventually be dubbed drone syndrome. It was too high for some folks to accept, leaving everything to machines and nothing for the common man, and indeed, the oxytocin deficiency and the hormonal imbalances we confirmed just seemed to back up that assessment. Humanity needed to be part of the process, so laws were put in place and we slipped back into the picture again. And when this happened, all the people put out of work by machines who got called up again, convinced themselves society couldn't survive without them, and brought up a whole new disorder, delivery dependent syndrome they call it. When the Death Stranding tore us apart, the delivery problem spiraled down even further. It wasn't helped only by the fact that the chiral clouds prevented planes and drones from flying, which meant we had to go back to relying completely on human couriers whenever we liked it or not. Eventually, delivering goods became all some live for. They were obsessed, addicted, consumed by the desire to deliver. Over time, they turned into mules we know and love today. Bridge babies, that seems sort of important. So this is from Deadman 1 year ago. Look, I'm kind of new here at Bridges, so I don't know if any of this should be useful to you, but I'm still happy to talk about BBs. That's what you want. They call me Deadman on account of my familiarity with the dead. Get it? It's always been on good terms, you see. Used to have regular little chats back when I worked in the morgue. Anyway, that also the reason why I work on the BB maintenance and research, to learn more about those who are no longer with us. But I digress. In fact, BB were already being issued to our forces in the field before I joined Bridges. What's more, research into the little guys had already been conducted long ago, but no one took the plunge and put what they'd discovered into practical use. Still, what did it mean is that when Bridges wanted to build our own BBs, most of the work was already done for us. We just needed to follow the instruction manual, so to speak. Which isn't to say that we have any idea how they work. Not how they can detect BTs or how they can connect with the world to the other side. We still have much to learn about our little friends, but one thing is certain. Their continued study will lead us to a greater understanding of the Stranding and life and death itself. That much I can assure you. Well, I think that's about all I have to tell you. Hopefully I'll have something to share next time we chew the fat. See you around, I guess. I'm not going to sit down and do all these in one hit. I'm going to break these up over a few episodes, so yeah. But I think that's about it for this one. Music player, dear God. No. So I'm going to say thanks for watching, and until next time, have a good one.
Sam, we've received a distress call from the distro center staff. Check the order on the delivery terminal as soon as you're ready.